I want to show you, we got the ice. We've got the ice right here. We've got the birds. They're trying to eat. They're trying to eat. Um, I'm sure you may be getting this wild weather. Please stay safe because ice is nothing to mess around with. It isn't. And ice and snow. And I'm wondering how these birds are faring with all this ice. I hear something chirping. I can't see. Right now it is freezing rain that's falling. Hello there, Apple Brooks. The freezing rain is thawing. I can't see. Maybe it's like an eighth of an inch of ice on these right now. An eighth of an inch of ice. It's cold out here. It's like this is the temperature. The thermometer. Oh my gosh, this is cold. I'm out here in my shorts. Yes, welcome everybody. I really do. So I got shorts on. I feel sorry for the animals. I'm thinking, how are you going to keep warm out here? They're probably thinking, Gina, would you get out of the way? We want to go eat. We want to eat. I think the birds do want to eat. They want to eat some of this black sunflower seeds. They're so precious. They really are, you all. This weather is really, it's strange to say the least. Let me put this here. I'm not going to venture out. That's what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to venture out in this because even if you have four-wheel drive, the trees look really pretty. Even if you have four-wheel drive, it ain't going to do you no good without chains on your tires, and then you're probably going to run into people on the road. So this is supposed to carry on, I think. This ice and stuff is going to carry on, I think, to the 4th, icing and snow. You can see the ice. It's really pretty. It looks like glass is what it looks like. I've got to get in there because it is kind of cold out here. Yeah. Somebody mentioned again, Gina, you got those ripped t-shirts on and your hair looks so wild. It does. My hair looks wild because I don't do nothing with it at times in the morning. I thought, yeah, I don't feel like it in this shirt. Well, I just want to put it on. I will change. I'll get a shower and fix my hair later, you all, but it's so funny. It's so funny. Oh my goodness. I am in Salem, Indiana, is where I'm at. And we've got some icing. I could really hear it coming down. I think it was real early in the morning on this tin roof up here. We've got this tin roof, but you could hear it falling down. I can hear it up here by this chimney thing. I don't know if you all can hear it. Yeah, you may not be able to. Oh, bang, bang, maka bang. I'm glad you love my hair. Yeah, there was a time I didn't have any hair at all. So I'm thankful for the hair that I do have. I am. And even if I didn't, I guess I could put a scarf on my head or a hat or a wig. But I'd probably put a bandana. It's like that. What's up? I just wanted to see, I hope you all stay safe with this weather because it is icing out. It's freezing rain. And I think we're supposed to get some snow on top of that. It's been freezing rain. It's been rain. It's been snow, not slow, it's like sleet. And just like sputtering is what it's been doing. Walmart was, no, Gary, honey, you saw me at the Walmart. Ooh, I'm trying to zoom up on your comment. Yes, it was nice meeting you. Yes, that's great. Gary Rose, that's wonderful, yeah. Actually, I had went to the Walmart, I think it was one day last week, and I was picking up a few items, and I saw Gary and his wife, she's looking at me, Gina from the YouTube. So I said, yeah, what's your name? Do I know you? But that was okay. I loved it. I really did love it. It's pretty neat. Yes. Hello. Oh, I love you all too. I love you all too. And this last video that I did last night, if you'd noticed, the volcanoes in the areas around, you know, the whole map. It's a flat map, by the way, a flat map with the volcanoes and, you know, the lightning strikes that are taking place. And I said, Gina, can you overlay that with the lightning strikes? I can overlay that with the lightning strikes on it. And it's really interesting how far the lightning strike beams go to the receptors or whatever on the other end, how they pick it up, because I'm going to tell you this. The one that went all the way from Australia, all the way over to wherever it went, and or came from the Mediterranean, it went to the Tonga. That was where it went, to the Tonga volcano. Yeah. That's where it went. That's all I'm going to say about it. Oh, thank you, Gary. That's all I'm going to say about it, you all, because there's something to it. These lightning strikes looking like that, even though they got, you know, things that pick up. Say, how can you pick up a beam across a continent? Okay, how can you, a lightning strike across a continent, how can you do it? I guess technology can do many things. Yeah. I want a brighter world. I really do, and it starts right inside of here. It does. One day we will have a brighter world. It may not be this physical world right here that we live on. It might be a different one. It probably will be a different one. It will. Ley lines. Yeah, the ley lines. I know about ley lines. I mapped them all out in my yard. I did. I have a main convergent one up toward the northern part of my yard. And I know about the geopathic, the stress ones, the ones that cause stress, the ones that causes diseases, those type of ley lines. I've moved them before. You can't physically see them move, but I did. I moved them with my rods. Moved them completely out of a way where someone was laying in their bed. Because there was a town that had these stress lines going through it, and everybody in that town who were on a certain stress line developed cancer from those bad ley lines. Cancer, every single one. They had a big old study. Maybe not everyone, but a huge majority of that town. It was running across a certain ley line. But yeah, you can move those if you know how. You better meet in on the inside. Yeah, you can move them completely out of that area. I think I moved one 5 feet, and then my friend kept asking me, could you please ask to move it again? Because it's still a little bit too close, and I moved it another 5 feet. Could you please ask to move it again? I said, I feel really bad about asking to move that ley line again, but I did. I moved it completely out of her house into her driveway, and another one. She had 3 of them going through her house. I moved them all out of her house into her driveway, and then I went outside and checked to make sure they were in her driveway and not inside her house, and that's how it was. Yeah, they can cause you health problems, certain ley lines. I didn't know you could move them either, but I moved them. I moved them with copper dowsing rods that I made. Is what, you know, that you can find water with. You can find water with them too. It picks up energy, and it, yeah. You are in Louisiana, but it's been wet and cold in the 20s here at night, KLE. Yeah. The electricity. Utica, New York. We're getting a lot of, oh my gosh, a foot of snow tomorrow. That's a lot. I heard in some areas, I think in Canada, near the Canada, they're under 2 feet of ice. That's a lot. 2 feet of ice or a foot of ice or something like that. Some town it always happens to them. Yes, the frequency grid around the world. Yeah. It's just wet where you're at, Jason. Yeah. So we can still go outside. The poor little birds. I'm gonna peek through them at them. I'm going to look at this. I don't want to bother them, but you have to look through the screen. That poor cardinal. They love them. We have so many cardinals. I'm sorry I had to show this, but they still want to eat. He knows I'm looking at him. They still want to eat, even though they got freezing rain falling down on them. Christine Mott. I cannot humanly describe, other than I can hold these rods. I have 2 of them. I can hold them in my hands, and they're copper. They're a total of 33 inches total. The handle is a certain, the handle is a certain inches, and then the length is a certain inches. I can hold them and just ask for them to be moved. Frequency is what it is. Yeah. The meridian lines and stuff. Yeah, I forget the name of those other types, but that's okay. I was talking about this wild, crazy weather, and it's freezing rain outside. I can hear it on the ceiling up here on the roof. Thank you, Susan, honey. I love connecting with people. I really do. It does make me happy, and it feels a part of me on the inside that needs filled with people. It does. From all walks of life, it really does. Makes me happy. Yeah, it symbolizes loved ones that are lost. We got a lot of the cardinals. It's like a whole colony, and then we got a little house wrens or house sparrows, or I don't know what you would call them. But that's okay. They're just hopping around is what they're doing. They're hopping all over the place. Oh, bang, bang, honey. You feel happy to be here. Oh, isn't that wonderful? It is wonderful, you all. It's really wonderful. Let me walk back outside really fast so we can look at these birdies. I'm scared of them. Oh, can you hear it? I want to let you hear the freezing rain out here. It's 55 and rain, Rita. Oh, you are a brave little birdie. Yes, you are. It is so cold. Let me look at this barometer again. Is that barometer? And humidity is at 90%. Whew. Yeah. The only sad thing is we don't want branches to break, because if you've got, we've got fruit trees. It's cold out here. I gotta get back in this house. I have got to get in this house in a minute. Oh, thank you. They have different frequencies on them. They really do. Poor little birdies. We've got other ones on the other side, but they're not as big as these. You need Florida right now. I've got to get in that house because it's so cold out here, you all. Whoo. Yeah. Thank you, Brenda. My daughter ordered them online. She got them over the past few years for her birthday or something like that. I couldn't tell you where she got them at. I really couldn't. There is so much snow you can't see the bushes in front of the house. Oh. Yeah. The wind chimes have a frequency with them, just like we have a frequency. Our voice has a frequency. We have our own frequency within us, and I think it's all tied together. I think animals have their own frequencies, trees, everything living has a frequency. Some is good, some frequencies are good, and some frequencies aren't too good for us. They're not. It's raining in Catskill Mountains of New York. You used to fly straight from New York to Jamaica. You need to be there right now. Oh, I won't catch a cold. No, I won't. I rarely ever get sick. I must have got it from my dad's side of the family because he rarely ever got sick. Ooh. Can you all hear this? The sound from up here? You can hear the rain hitting the roof, the freezing rain. Yeah. Jason, honey, I hope you emit a positive frequency also. I think you would know if you have a positive frequency coming out of you. If you have peace within you, if you have love within you, I'm sure you're going to have a positive frequency coming out of you. But if you have all that other disgruntledness and hate and agitation and all that stuff, you ain't going to have too good of a frequency at that moment in time, and people aren't going to like it. Yeah, because they don't want you to pop their bubble. They don't. They're going to pop your bubble. They're going to put a bubble. You ever see that movie? I never saw it, but I remember it was a child, The Boy in the Plastic Bubble. You know that they have plastic bubble blow up tents for you to go in, and it's completely, it's like the bubble inside the tent, so you can enjoy your outdoor activity inside a plastic bubble, like on one side like a room, and then the other side is like a tent. I thought, that's wild. I guess if it was really bad outside and you wanted to see outdoors, you could go inside that bubble, then blow up that tent and go inside of it and set into a plastic bubble with your chairs and stuff like that. Yeah. Nah, I'm not going to do a dance. I don't feel like dancing right now. Thank you, Farmer. Yeah, it's snow where you're all at. I used to collect wind chimes too in my younger years, Brenda. Yeah. Whoopsie daisy. It's going to be snow later. Yeah. Christine Mott, how are you doing? I hope you're doing fair where you're at. I really do. I hope you're taking care of yourself and everything is fine with you. Oh, rain. Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, that's wonderful. This is a test to see if we can be positive while realizing some of the things that truly are. I think it's very possible to be positive. You can approach things in a very positive way and still keep the peace within. That's the main thing, the balance. The peace within. You got to balance it out. You all, that's all right. It is. So I really do. I want to, if I can figure out how to put that lightning strike map live on my OBS studio playing with the overlay of the volcanoes around the map of the volcanoes and stuff, I'm going to do it. But I know I can, excuse me, I know I can take a video and put it in the OBS and overlay that video right there on the volcano maps. I know I can do that. Okay, that's easy to do. But it would really be neat to see and watch those beams of lightning strikes go all the way across the continent over there to the Tonga and to the other volcanoes and to the Mount Etnas and all of that, because they reach all the way over there, boom. And just because I call it lightning strikes doesn't mean that I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm using the word lightning strikes because that's what they're calling it. Okay, for those who think Gina's clueless, no, I'm not clueless. Okay, I'm not. Yeah, I am in Indiana, Stephanie. Have I looked into Mayette Island regarding an ion blast? No, I haven't. I haven't, but that's okay. Yeah. I thought I saw somebody outside, but then nobody's going to be pulling in my driveway in the rain, the freezing rain on the roads. Oh, yes. You're getting hard with rain right now. Well, let me tell you something about Texas. I had that lightning strike map pulled up. That area is getting pummeled by lightning strikes. Pummeled with it. It's a lot of activity going on there. A lot right now. Hello, Wild Angel. You met another and you were gone. Is that sounds like off of an old TV show. My dad would turn it on, and I thought that I don't like that show. It was a comedy. Met another, and boom, she was gone. Do I notice the time when the volcano blows? You can see orbs and ships around. I went to the volcanoes lots of times, and I have seen small UFOs over there, and I've seen very questionable shapes coming out of the smoke and out of the volcanoes and stuff. I have. Hello. Yes, thank you, thank you. Hee haw, my mother couldn't stand that show. My dad thought it was funny, but I didn't really like it either. I didn't like it. My dad used to like to watch wildlife. Mutual Omaha people. They had the Mutual, that whatever, Omaha, the wildlife show. I remember watching that with my dad when I was younger. I loved that, the wildlife. You got, yes, that line of storms, it does. It stretches practically all across the whole entire United States, all the way up there to that coast. You know what else is located in Australia? Right in around, I think, around the areas where all the lightning strikes are coming from. The same thing like a HAARP thing. They can only be in certain remote areas in order to function properly. Yeah. Let's give a shout out to our brothers and sisters in Canada. Absolutely. They're working very hard for your freedom and for everybody's freedom. They're standing their ground. I congratulate them. I really do congratulate them for standing their ground, standing up for what they believe in. Yeah. Yeah. The wind. Ah. Yeah. In Canada. You know what I find very fascinating? Queen Romana, the lady who made herself queen in Canada. I thought, I've never heard of such a thing, but she's got a lot of followers on, I think it's Telegram. And someone shared a video of her speaking on, and I want to go look at it. I want to see what she had to say. I find it quite fascinating. I really do. If y'all haven't heard of her. Yeah, that's okay. I really want to check that out. I think that's all right. You can do that. Why not? Why not? That's right, you all. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Yeah, bad things at La Palma. Well, I know that those lightning strikes went all the way over there. Boom. Just like that. Straight over there. They're still ongoing. Still ongoing. Christine, you are queen of your apartment. That's right. There's like that country song, she's the queen of my double wide trailer with the polyester curtains and the redwood deck. Sometimes she runs, but I've got to catch her. Dang her red heart and her pretty red neck. Yeah. Oh, you're so welcome, Ash Linton. Meyermint, thank you. When I was younger, I never wanted to smile. I quit smiling. This is really strange. I can smile now, and I would smile when I was real little. As I remember seeing my school pictures. I was smiling in kindergarten. I was smiling in first grade. I might have been smiling. It stopped. It stopped. So kindergarten, first grade, I don't know about second grade. I no longer smiled anymore in any single school picture up until the time I graduated, and I rarely ever smiled. Something happened and I wouldn't smile anymore. I wouldn't smile anymore, but now I can smile. And I'm trying to think what happened. What happened that I would never smile. Yeah. Apple. Thank you. Central Indiana. Troy. Get the stove, get it warmed up. That's right. Yeah. That would have been the same time that I saw that UFO in the sky. That was the same time stamp when I was real little. Across the street, we lived right next to the elementary schools. There was a Jonathan Jennings Elementary School and there was a Pleasant Ridge Elementary School. I remember going to Pleasant Ridge Elementary in my kindergarten, perhaps first grade, and then we moved. We didn't move, but the other step-up school was right next to it. But I was outside across the street by this big tower. I'd play in the tower. I'd play underneath the tower because they had like these weeds growing and stuff. I thought it was fun because there was an area to play in. And there was this big UFO that hovered over me at the top of that tower in the sky. It just sat there. It had the lights on. It had like 4 different lights. I know it was like a blue, a green, and a red, maybe blue, green, red, maybe another color. And it just stood there. And I remember looking up when I was little, and it bothered me, and I ran into the house. I stayed in the house for a few hours until my brothers and sisters and the neighbors wanted to walk back down the road later in the evening to the Pleasant Ridge Elementary School. So I walked with them, and I remember I want to go swing on the big swing sets. So that's what I did. I swung on the big swing sets, and I seen it up there in the sky again. And I don't know what happened. I don't know how we got home. I guess I walked home with my brothers and sisters, but I remember doing that, and it scared me. But I didn't. I didn't smile anymore. For some reason, that could have been it. It really could have been. Yeah. Gina, you should know by now you're highly psychic. I will show you now. Here's your proof. The whole world. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. Yes, I love myself, I do, and God loves me, and I love people. Um, yeah, it's true. T. Prada, I'm doing great. Yeah. Oh, time to go watch The View. Okay, you all got to go. I am going to go, you all. I am. I just wanted to get on here and say hello. I haven't done that in a while, and it's like rain outside and stuff. Yeah. Thank you. A kiss from France. Mosquito chill. Well, I hope to see you all later. I really do. I hope we have power. I don't think we're going to get enough ice on the lines. We could to make the power line come down. Yeah, that's all right. Thank you, Apple Brooks, and bang, bang, mucka bang. Yes. Thank you all for being on here. I'm just going to swing through here really fast to see if we got anybody else on here. And I can't see anybody. I'm just, whoa, Gina, honey. You got to do that. Yeah. Be careful about the carbon mono. You can hear that loud freezing rain. Yeah. Yeah. Have a wonderful rest of your day. So with that being said, hello wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours, love. You have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I hope to see you all later. I do. You're so